Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for all the great comments last week on the glittery sparkly platter that I did. The comments were great, and it just makes me feel that everybody's enjoying what I'm doing, so thank you very much for that. I do apologise that the platter was spelt wrong at the beginning of the video, but unfortunately by the time I realised what it was all ready to be uploaded to YouTube, so I didn't get the chance to do it, alter it, and if I had done it, it wouldn't have been uploaded in time, and I like to get them up on time. So I do apologise for that, but you know what I mean, thank you for the comments, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. This week I'm going to do something non-resin, as I've been doing loads of resin projects lately, and I don't want you guys to be bored of resin projects. So what I've done is I found this beach blank laying around in my cupboard. So I'm going to turn, I think I'm going to turn a bowl, but I've not even thought about it. I picked this blank up 5 minutes ago, and I'm not even going to think about what I'm going to do. I don't know what shape I'm going to get. I'm just going to put on a lathe, and I'm going to do however takes my fancy. So it may end up with inlay in it, it may end up just a basic bowl, but I don't know. I'm going to do something out of the ordinary this week. I'm just going to get on the lathe and go for it. So let's get this on the lathe and see what we come up with. Smells lovely. Oh, it smells beautiful. Right, I've got my basic shape, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera now, and I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put some grooves in the side here, and maybe put a bit of inlay in it, just to give a bit of character, really, because it's going to be a bit boring. So I'll move the camera, and then you can see me putting some grooves in for the inlay. As you can see now, I just put 2 grooves in it, so I'll put some milliput, just clean it a little bit, but I'll put a little bit of milliput in there, whether it be one colour or 2 different colours, I don't know yet, I haven't got that far. This is just one of those bowls where I thought, rather than spending weeks thinking about a project, I'll just stick it on the lathe and see how I go. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the bottom, and I'm going to sand and seal and all the bottom, finish the bottom part off, because what I want to do is I want to flip it, and I want to put a bead around the top as well. So I want to get it all done together. So what I'll do is I will sand the bottom now, and then get it sanded and sealed and finished, and then we'll get the milliput in, flip it over, sorry, turn, gouge the middle out, and then we can do all the milliput in one go. So then it's just a case of turning off. So yeah, we'll get on with that now. Right, what I've done now is I've took that right up to 1000 grit sandpaper. So I'm going to Yorkshire grit it, and then we'll see how it comes out. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to move the camera so you can see a bit better before I polish it. Right, so what I've done so far is I have taken it right to 1000 grit, and I have Yorkshire gritted it, and now I'm just going to friction polish it to give it a shine. Got a nice grain in it, look at that bit across there, it's beautiful. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip it and gouge out the middle and put my bead around the top for my inlay, and then we can yeah, get it turned, gouged out, get the bit from it, and then we can put the milliput in and leave it overnight to dry, and then we can come back and finish it off. So yeah, I'll flip it, see what happens. Don't drop it, that's the good thing. About as deep as I'm going to go, guys. I've got perhaps, I'd say about 10mm left in the bottom, and I don't want it really thin, I want to leave it quite thick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to finish off this top edge to get rid of this little mark here. I've got a couple of little marks in from the original cut, and then I'll do a slight gap in there for an inlay, and then we'll get it on the bench and do the inlay. So let's get that done now. What I will do is I'll just quickly give this a sand over really, just to smooth it out a little bit. Right folks, what I've done is I have sanded it down to 80 grit, sand and sealed it, And what we'll do now is get it on the bench, and I'll milliput around the outside and that ring in there. We'll let it cure overnight, and then we'll come back and finish it off. So let's get you transferred over to the bench so we can get the milliput in. Right guys, what I've done is I've relocated onto the bench. So I've got my milliputs, the 4 colours. I think I'm going to use the white and the black, to be honest, and do it so it's like a mottle effect. So yeah, I don't know if that'll be too much doing it all in the same colour though. What I'll do is I'll get it around the outside and I'll see what it looks like. Right, what I've done is I've put it in there. I don't know how it's going to come out, but I'll let it dry overnight, and then we will come back and turn it and we'll see what it looks like. I don't know if it's just to put a few little spots of white in there or not. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Right, we'll leave that overnight and see how that comes out. Right guys, it's the next day and it's gone hard, as you can hear. So what I'll do is we will get it back on the lathe and finish it off. So let's go. To get out of the lathe and get a better view of it. Well, there you go folks, a nice little beach bowl. It's not little, I suppose it's 8 inches across, so it's not a bad size bowl. Put bits and bobs in it, change, keys, fruit, whatever you want really. Be a nice nut bowl I suppose. You could put your nuts over Christmas in it. So anyway, the only thing I regret doing on this bowl is this band on the top here. I wish I'd have left it just black. So what I might do, I might get it back on the lathe and just gouge it out and just put black back in there. But if I did that I wouldn't get a chance to get the video up in time. So if I do it, I will stick some pictures on Instagram. So obviously keep your eye open for that. So I like the bit on the side, and if you look on the side I put a little bit of a, I don't know if you can quite see it, a little bit of a contour on the sides, just so it's got a little bit of a dip in it. But no, I like it, and the wood has got a beautiful, absolutely beautiful effect of grain in it, so it looks really good. So no, I'm pleased with that. The reason I did a timber or a wooden project this week was because I didn't want to bore you guys with resin. I've done so many resin projects lately, and I didn't want to bore you, and I've got a couple more that I'm going to do as well, so I didn't want to bore you too much. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and like I say, the process we went to was obviously same as always. Got a basic shape, sanded 80 grit to 1000 grit. I tried something different last week and this week with sanding. I've been using the orbital sander. The reason being is I saw a video the other night, or the other week, of Carl Jacobs, and he was using an orbital sander, so I thought I'd give it a go. And to be honest, I am really impressed in the difference in how smooth they are, and it's surprising how much smoother it does make it. So I think the reason being is because it's rotating. Obviously the orbital sander's going one direction and the turner's going the other way. It's getting all the little grains out, so no, it is really good. So like I say, I sanded it from 80 grit to 1000, then we Yorkshire gritted it, and then I friction polished it to give it a shine. I didn't polish it up too much because I didn't want a real deep shine on it, so I didn't polish it too much, but it could have had a little bit more. But no, I'm happy with that. I really like it. So yeah, it's good. So obviously if you liked, please like and share. You know, I mean, the channel over the last 2 or 3 weeks has grown really well, and you guys are the one that's making the channel grow. Nobody else, it's just you guys sharing it every week and liking it and getting me out there, so I really am grateful for that. Subscribers, new and old, thank you very much for keep coming back. I hope I keep you entertained. Last week's project had absolutely overwhelming results, and I think today it's one of my best videos in the short period of time I was on. So the comments were great. Keep them coming. I always try to reply straight away, so I really enjoy getting your guys' comments, and I really hope that I'm entertaining you. So keep your eyes open. In a few weeks I've got a project in the pipeline that I'm experimenting with at the moment. I've been watching Pam from Highland Boxers. She's been playing around with colour changing pigments. I did a goblet not so long ago for my wife. I haven't shown it on YouTube because it's before I started YouTube, with colour changing pigments in it, but it only changes at 38 degrees C. So but the ones power playing with changing ultraviolet light, so I'm having to play around with those at the moment. So keep your eyes open for that. It's in the, I think that'll be in the future, so yeah, keep your eyes open for that. So I'm, like I say, playing around with that. Guys, if you want to go to Maker Central, you need to get your tickets booked, because I have a horrible feeling, because how successful this was last year, I've got a horrible feeling there may be a shortage of tickets nearer the time. But you know, I mean, it's up to you guys. You know, if you want to buy them on the day, it's totally up to you. But you know, if that was me, I'd get my tickets. I've got my tickets ready to go. So you know, get your tickets and make sure you've got a space. So anyway, that's this week's project. Thank you very much for coming back and seeing it. There'll be a brand new project for next week. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.